Okay, it's Jack B here again from Busker Buddy channel, YouTube channel, and I just wanted to give you again an update on how I'm plugging in my my foot drum. So let's take a look. Okay, I've got this cable here. If you can see that, it's one cable. It's got two pins at one end, and a black and a red, and it's got one pin at the other end. Now, what I didn't notice when I first got the foot drum from Salgo is they actually gave me an adapter. It's a very small adapter, and you can actually plug this in to into the back of the foot drum, and then this cable goes straight into there, and the other side, which is the two plugs, would go straight into my amp, like that. So then it's very easy to play. Now, what I didn't realise before is you can actually use these two plugs, which are taken out of the amp, and you can actually put them in the back of the foot drum, like that. So basically I've just taken those two plugs out of my amp and plugged them into there, and now I can plug, if I take off the adapter, I can plug the other side into my amp. So you can actually just use one cable. If I just get my I've got a small adapter here to make this small pin into a larger plug. It's the same cable. So now I could use that stereo plug and plug it into a different single jack or the double jack, connect it into my amp. So you can use the same cable one way round or the other way round, which is pretty good because it makes everything a lot easier. So I'm going to plug that in now, and then I'm going to show you, hopefully, how I use my new Salgo foot drum holder, which I made myself, playing it with the heels of my feet, like this. So I'm going to get my wife to hold the camera, and then you're going to see how it works, how I use it, and that it works a lot better. Now, you can actually use this holder with the front of your feet, sitting down. It's okay if you're sitting down to use the front of your feet. Yeah. This is the sitting position, then I would use the front of my feet. But when you're standing up and playing the guitar, it's hard to keep lifting up the front of your feet for a long period of time. So it's a lot easier to just use the heels of your feet on the foot drums. And the board that I've made actually makes it a lot easier, so you know exactly where the foot drums are. They don't move around. And because the board, you're holding the board down with your feet and moving your heels only, or maybe doing a slight stamp, makes everything a lot easier. So yeah, that's just one idea. I know there are lots of ideas probably online in the future. That's just one idea. You can also attach the foot drums to a bit of carpet or something else, but I just find this very easy, and it actually is the same size as my case. So it fits into my case quite nicely when I'm going to a gig. Okay, what I found out is when I'm going to do an unplugged gig, normally they've got everything like already set up with the music stand and the mic and everything plugged in, and they don't plug things into an amp, but they plug it into a mixer. So what I do when I go to the unplugged session is, because they already have basically something like this, a single jack for a guitar, which you'd normally plug into the back of your guitar, I will take this one and I'll plug it into this connection which I've added, and you can see I've only plugged in one connection at the bottom, so it's on stereo, and I can still change the sounds and I can still get a double sound coming out, but it allows me to plug into the mono part of the mixing machine. Because they normally have the guitar cables already set up, and to save time they don't want people plugging in complicated machines, so I just use this connection for the unplugged sessions, plug one of these cables into the back of here and plug a similar cable then into my guitar. So it's basically like having two guitar cables plugged in. And then I use this system at the unplugged sessions in Hereford, using the heels on my feet to basically very lightly tread like that. So it has a good sound. Okay? Now I'm going to play some music and let you see what it sounds like and what it looks like. All through a party at the county jail, with the bells and it began to wail. I was jumping 90 and began to swing. Should have heard my cat jail blues singing Let's Rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block, dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider-Man playing on the tenor saxophone, Little Joe's blown on the side trombone. Drummer boy from Mills went to crash, boom, bang. Old rhythm station was a purple. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block, dancing to the jailhouse rock. Number 47 said to number 3, no accused jam, but the evidence said, sure be delighted with your company. Come on, do the jailhouse rock with me, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block, we're dancing to the jailhouse rock. Sex, I was sitting on a parking stone, over in the corner weeping all alone. Walks in the body, don't you be no square. Trying to find a crowd, use a woodwind chair. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in a wholesale block, standing to the jailhouse rock. Shoot your hand and set the bucks for heaven's sake. No one's looking around now to make a break. Bucks turn to shifty and he's hitting next. Wouldn't stick around while I get my kids. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in a wholesale block, dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. Yeah, that was the Salgo foot drum, test number 2, 3 or 4. But that's what the Salgo drum sounds like. And get one. Have a